All right, kids, as I was telling you about this week's activity, then she looks at Michael and says, Michael, this is the fourth time this week that you've fallen asleep in my class. The teacher grabs a water bottle and throws water on Michael's face. All the students burst out laughing. Michael says, Teacher, what was that for? The teacher replies, This is a classroom, not a bedroom. A girl says, Ma'am, Michael sleeps in school because he doesn't have a bed at home. Everyone laughs again. The teacher says, Why do you keep sleeping here? Get out of my class. As Michael is about to leave, a girl cuts the bottom of his bag with scissors. When Michael picks it up, all his books fall to the ground. The teacher shouts, Michael, what's wrong with you? Look at this mess you've made. Michael quietly picks up his books, puts them in a plastic bag, and walks away. A little later, outside, Michael is cleaning a car. The car owner comes, and Michael says, Sir, I cleaned your car for you. The teacher, nearby, sees everything. The man says, I didn't ask you to clean it. Michael says, I thought maybe you'd give me a coin. The man replies, No, I don't have time for this nonsense, and drives away. Michael says, Sir, please wait. But the man leaves. Then another man comes and says, What happened, son? Michael replies, Sir, would you like me to shine your shoes? The man says, But you clean car windows, don't you? Michael says, Yes, but I also have my shoe polish kit. The man smiles and says, All right then, go ahead. As Michael polishes his shoes, the man asks, Why do you do so many jobs? Michael answers, Sir, my grandmother is sick and I need to buy her medicine. The man says, So, you don't go to school? Michael says, I do, sir, but my teacher kicked me out because I fell asleep. The man says, What? How could a teacher do that? What a cruel woman. Michael quickly says, No, sir, she isn't bad. I respect her a lot. The man says, Your courage shows that you'll be a great man someday. Michael finishes polishing, takes the money, and smiles happily. Later, he goes home to his grandmother and says, Grandma, I brought your medicine. She asks, Son, where did you get this from? Michael says, A kind angel helped me today. The teacher secretly watches from outside. The grandmother says, Didn't you go to school today? Michael replies, Grandma, class was canceled today. She says, Son, never stop studying. Michael says, I won't, Grandma. She hugs him and says, I love you so much, my child. The next day in class, Michael is sleeping again. A girl says, Ma'am, Michael is sleeping again. The teacher replies, Yes, I see. The girl says, Ma'am, please don't throw water on him today. The teacher says, No, not today. First, I want to say something. We've all treated him badly, and I never stopped you. Anyway, I want to ask you all, does anyone here work after school? All the students say, No. The teacher says, You all go home and play. But Michael, he goes to work. He works on the streets, cleans cars, shines shoes. He's the only breadwinner in his family. We all owe him an apology and our help. Then she softly covers Michael with a blanket so he can rest peacefully. After that, all the students quietly come forward and leave some money beside him. When Michael wakes up, he looks around and says, Teacher, what's all this? The teacher says, Michael, your classmates did this for you, and I owe you an apology from myself and from everyone. Michael says, No, ma'am, please don't say that. The teacher replies, Don't worry. I also bought you a new school bag, the one that was torn. Michael says excitedly, Really, ma'am? Thank you so much. Then he runs to his teacher, hugs her tightly. If you like this story, please like and subscribe.